All I want is to make sure that nothing bad happens to you.
Is that why you came all the way here? To see if I was all right?
Yes.
Or was it for this?
Episode 7 is really the episode that centers around the relationship between Rowan and Lasher. She believes they need to be together, and so from the beginning of the episode, she's searching for him in these tunnels, and she begins to feel his power. She lights her way through the tunnels with the flame because she feels him close.
She can't leave him behind, and she knows that her power is tied to him. And I think at the end of the day, whether she wants to admit it to herself or not, she can't leave that kind of power and love behind.
This time she's hunting for him because she wants his blood to save Daphne and Jojo, but she also begins to understand that's not enough.
It's what you said you wanted, now you have it. Time to get a move on.
She doesn't just want the blood, she wants to be with him. He belongs to her, they belong together.
No. No. Take yourself upstairs.
I like how he thinks that kind of insight will serve you in your new role as the head of the Newlands division.
The world that Cip's been clamoring to get in on is suddenly just given to him. And now, what does he do with that kind of access to power, access to information? Is he going to be a true agent for good, or will he start to use that to his own benefit?
This is Lasher. I can feel it.
It's been really fun and challenging to design a bog body that instantly looks like Jack, but is also true to what a bog body looks like.
Go ahead, please.
In the novel, there are 100 pages of Lasher's backstory. We were only able to give it a part of an episode, but it felt really important for Lasher to understand where he came from. And we saw a real opportunity to bring Cip into the story again through those flashbacks.
You're asking me to bear witness to a life of great brutality.
That if Cip could understand who Lasher was, he would change his feelings about him and he would be there to help Rowan.
He's no demon. He's an angel.
When you find out about Lasher's original life as a human and how he ended up, where he ended up,
it's our duty to care for this beautiful place.
it's a hell of a journey. You know, Cip goes into that and finds the body and is able to go in and really see where he comes from, who he is.
Lasher is a force for good.
Lasher's a little enamored with the idea, with the magic that he could be something positive, something good.
How can I justify what I've done unless I fulfill my better purpose?
Having children.
And Rowan, being ever clever, understands that these people have some ulterior motives.
I know that you believe that, and that some of that may be true.
No, it is true.
When we tell a story, we cast a spell, and the end of the story is when the spell is broken. And in some ways, the Mayfairs have told Lasher a story of himself
Prove to me that you care. Stay for my wedding. Give your son away.
that makes him impervious to any kind of reason or logic.
Lord Ashler, you ready to get dressed?
Yes.
The tricky thing about lifelines is the one holding it gets to choose who to pull out. Throw me the rope, boy.
Episode 2, Cortland feeds himself to his father. And by episode 7, he's really fed his whole self to his father.
No, 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 no!
His father is inhabiting his body.
This will live forever.
Harry is a wonderful actor. It's wonderful to watch him be devilish.
Rowan might be good at spinning a web, but we know who the true weavers are.
It's fun to have been able to bring him on a redemptive arc and also find a way for him to be back as an antagonist for us.
We get a taste of Cortland's lineage, and Cortland's lineage gets a taste of him.
The goal of the construction of Lasher's wedding was to make it the strangest wedding you've ever seen.
It's amazing what people can pull off, and I'm so constantly impressed by the work that the crew's doing.
So much of it crafted here by people who've worked with real natural materials.
The wedding was great. It was amazing. I love when you see everybody in their kilts and tartans, and I think what I'm wearing is quite out there.
The yoke that Lasher wears, that chest piece, is all woven from actual roots with flowers bent into it and so on. So real craftspeople who came in to build these very, very interesting, strange contraptions.
It's sort of like a mix between like hippie flower, Midsummer with like hardcore S&M. It's very strange. It's like restrained. It's like a straitjacket. He's like chain, bolts, all the rest of it, almost to prevent them from just like going at it straight away.
The trick to that gag was the prop ropes and the harnesses that they were wearing were not strong enough to hold back the humans. So we had to back tag them with a stunt line that went to a pulley system in the back that we could have 2 stunt riggers feeding them and holding them back with some mechanical advantage back there.
Antaltos!
Once they cut those ropes, God forbid, that's a whole other show.